Okay.
You can be the most popular. You can be the most commercially successful. You can be the biggest chart topper, but you can't be considered, you know, the one. Like, you know, Michael Jordan has to play basketball for Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
It's about the art. Like, this stuff is, you know, this is no different from, you know, LeBron and Steph. It's no different from, you know, Jordan when he was coming in and Magic was going out. Or
some people might say, hey, Drake's appropriating this culture of music, or, you know, for your own personal gain. How do you feel about those kind of critiques?
It's kind of a similar thing. They're curated by a bunch of people who just weren't on this boat to begin with. Like, even the definition of appropriating a culture is not supporting that culture, doing songs with people who are deeply rooted in that culture, giving opportunity to people who are in that culture. That's not appropriating. Appropriating is taking it for your own personal gain and denying that it was ever inspired from this.
Just when we all thought the dust had settled on the epic Kendrick versus Drake saga, LL-Cool-J couldn't resist throwing his hat into the ring. And boy, did he bring the heat. You might be scratching your head, wondering why LL-Cool-J, an icon in his own right, is jumping into this beef. Well, buckle up, LL-Cool-J, the OG. He crafted the blueprint for what we now know as Drake's entire vibe, has a lot to say. Back in the day, LL was the undisputed king of merging soul-soaked R&B with raw, unfiltered rap. He wasn't just setting trends, he was rewriting the rules. LL has openly declared that his groundbreaking style paved the way for Drake's meteoric rise. So, what's LL got to say about Drake's ongoing rivalry with Kendrick and the whole cultural appropriator or collaborator debate? Let's dive in and break it all down.
Let's go right now, Drake or Kendrick?
Well, you talking about the battle?
Yes!
I mean, Kendrick won the battle. I mean, come on. I mean, that's obvious. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
How LL-Cool-J helped shape Drake's career. Back in 1984, LL-Cool-J made history by becoming the very first artist to sign with Def Jam, and his debut single, I Need a Beat, was a game-changer. It was this track that clinched Def Jam's distribution deal with Columbia Records, setting the stage for the label's future successes. But that was just the beginning. LL's debut album, Radio, which dropped in 1985, wasn't just another release, it was the inaugural project from Def Jam, cementing LL's role in the label's groundbreaking history. And LL-Cool-J didn't just stop at revolutionizing the music industry. He's the mastermind who popularized the term GOAT, greatest of all time in hip-hop. With over 13 million records sold, mostly before the streaming era even existed, LL-Cool-J didn't just ride the wave of success, he created it, solidifying his legendary status as a true superstar.
The last of the red hot loving MCs, looking for a little, that's my theory. Ladies love long, hard, and lean, and now you know what LL means.
When I find you, I'ma pour all my love inside. I need love.
Anybody want to come up here with me?
Everybody needs love. Only suckers are scared of love.
LL-Cool-J's legacy and recognition. LL-Cool-J's career is not just marked by groundbreaking music, but also by a slew of prestigious awards that underscore his monumental impact on hip-hop. In 2017, LL-Cool-J made history as the first rapper to receive the prestigious Kennedy Center honors, a testament to his trailblazing contributions to music and culture. And in 2021, his legendary status was further cemented with an induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Despite not releasing new tracks since 2013, LL's influence remains ever potent. Many rap icons openly acknowledge that they owe a significant portion of their own success to LL's pioneering spirit and trailblazing legacy. His impact is undeniable, and his contributions continue to resonate throughout the genre.
LL-Cool-J is hard as hell. Yeah. So what does LL really stand for? Ladies love, living large, licking lips. Well, I'm here because I personally think it stands for living legend. L, do you remember a story you told me about leaving Def Jam? You were the first artist on Def Jam, you recorded all of this music and delivered all of these albums. Then fast forward to this, your deal is up. And you told me you were really expecting a really high dope parting gift, right? Do you remember what you told me you got? A cheap watch. Right? Well, now I guess you know what time it is, right? I mean, the folks at Def Jam probably could have done better with their their parting gift, but they knew exactly what they were doing when they signed you as their very first act. LL was 17 years old when his debut album came out. It not only put Def Jam on the map, but it launched a superstar. LLCoolJ gave us 13 studio albums over 3 decades. How about that? He went from the sonic brutality of Mama Said Knock You Out to a silky ballad like I Need Love, right? And also smooth R&B and pop influenced songs like Around the Way Girl, Doing It, Going Back to Cali, I Don't Think So. L, you know that old hip hop term, right? It ain't where you're from, it's where you're at, right? Where do you live now, LL? California.
While rap legends don't hesitate to shower LL-Cool-J with the respect he deserves, some of today's artists, who are clearly riding his coattails, aren't showing the same appreciation. Let's zero in on Drake for a moment. There's a compelling argument that LL was the original blueprint for Drake's signature style. In a revealing 2020 interview with Complex, LL-Cool-J reflected on his 1987 hit I Need Love, one of the first rap songs to take a softer, more sensitive approach. LL candidly discussed the backlash he faced when the track dropped, revealing that it sparked a fair amount of friction in the industry at the time. Despite the resistance, LL's pioneering move paved the way for the emotive and melodic rap we see in today's music, proving once again that he was ahead of his time. Back then, it was really conservative, and if the energy wasn't testosterone, like I'm punching you in your face, kicking the door down, you don't get a lot of credit. LL told Complex in hip-hop, you only get brownie points for creativity within certain parameters. When you try to go outside of that box, if it's anything that's not considered 1000% street, you get no credit. LL was then asked to comment on the comparisons between him and Drake, and he quickly dismissed it, saying, "We're very different artists because I have a lot of hard records and I'm very diverse, but in that aspect of my career it paved the way for guys like that." Both LL-Cool-J and Drake have faced accusations of going soft or selling out due to their women-centered songs. However, LL-Cool-J's reaction was markedly different from Drake's. While Drake might wrestle with criticism, LL-Cool-J took a more resilient approach. In a 2013 interview, when asked about the softness of I Need Love, LL-Cool-J responded with unshakable confidence. He said, "It's not soft, it's the truth, love ain't soft, it's just a part of life." It looks like Drake could have learned a thing or two from LL-Cool-J's playbook. Instead of sticking to the image that catapulted him to fame, Drake let the critics get under his skin. In an effort to prove his toughness, he began to overcompensate, rapping about mob ties and crafting an image as a certified street dude. Drake didn't stop there. He took things up a notch by comparing himself to legends like Michael Jackson and declaring himself the GOAT of rap. After Kendrick won the beef by popular vote, Drake made a dramatic move. He deleted several Instagram posts promoting his diss tracks, including Family Matters and The Heart Part 6, and shifted his focus to more personal, down-to-earth content. He posted several photos from his son Adonis's soccer game with a caption, "Goats don't worry about one-trick ponies." If you ask LL-Cool-J, there's a key reason why Drake can't claim the title of GOAT, at least not by LL's own definition. The term GOAT, standing for greatest of all time, is widely believed to have its origins in the hip-hop scene of the 1990s. And it was LL-Cool-J who truly put the term on the map with his 2000 album, aptly titled G.O.A.T. In an exclusive interview with Change the Game TV, LL-Cool-J spilled the beans on how he coined the term and elevated it to iconic status. He revealed that it wasn't just about self-promotion, but about embodying the essence of greatness in hip-hop. For LL, being the GOAT means more than just success or popularity. It's about pioneering influence, groundbreaking artistry, and leaving a legacy that others aspire to reach. LL said, "I got the term from two people. First of all, Muhammad Ali obviously said he was the greatest of all time, so I got it from Muhammad Ali. And then there was a street ball player called Earl Manigault. But they call him the GOAT, so I just decided that I was going to take GOAT and greatest of all time and make an acronym. That's when I dropped my album in 2000. I called it G.O.A.T, featuring the greatest of all time. I had no idea that it was going to become part of the lexicon." The term GOAT didn't just stay confined to the hip-hop realm, it made a major splash in mainstream culture. It quickly became a buzzword in sports circles, especially on social media, where fans and analysts alike began anointing top athletes as the GOAT. This led to endless debates and discussions about who truly deserves the title across various fields. When it comes to defining the GOAT in hip-hop, LL-Cool-J keeps it straightforward. For him, there's a fundamental criterion that can't be overlooked. You can't even think about being in that league if you don't write your own lyrics, he asserts. To LL, being the GOAT is about authenticity and personal artistry, not just riding on the coattails of others.
Can you be considered a GOAT if you didn't write your lyrics?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, if you're going to go by the original rules, you can't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you're going to go by the original rules of hip-hop, you absolutely cannot.
Okay.
You can be the most popular. You can be the most commercially successful. You can be the biggest chart topper, but you can't be considered, you know, the one. Like, you know, Michael Jordan has to play basketball for Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he can't send LeBron out to play and then he sits on the bench and gets the points on his board. You know what I'm saying? The points go to his stats.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
I like that. That's the analogy I've been needing right there. That's the analogy I've been needing.
You know what I mean? So you got to write your own joint.
Now, as you probably know, Drake has faced ghostwriting allegations pretty much his whole career. However, what's arguably even worse than using ghostwriters is Drake Linnell stealing flows and bars from other artists like XXXTentacion or Big Draco.
Stop telling me like I ain't teach Drake everything he knows.
Hold on, you taught Drake everything he knows.
Y'all ain't hear Drake on his first song? Tell me what's really going on. Drizzy Drake back in this thing already. That's Soldier. That's my bar. He copied my whole.
That gets me through the phone.
He copied my whole flow. Word for word for bar. Don't act like make Drake do that.
I was talking to her at the time, and she was like, yo, listen to, no, actually, it was my dog, Chris. I was on the phone with my dog, Chris. He was like, yo, you gotta listen to this Drake a fuck. So exactly what he said. Like, this Drake a you gotta listen to this. So he plays it. I hear da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, what the f? As soon as it started, like, I knew he was getting that. And the funny thing is, we didn't discover it. The fan, like you said, the fans, because they're so cold. Like, it's like, I got a piece of the internet. You feel me?
So they were saying that Drake was biting your style. That's what the fans were saying.
Yeah. Flow, hell yeah, bro. You could take his verse, like they did a mashup. They put his verse on my song, and the cadence is literally just at the same tempo.
So the fact that Drake continues to call himself the GOAT is undeniably bold, but let's dive into the culture vulture debate. How does LL-Cool-J, the original blueprint for Drake, feel about the whole colleague or colonizer narrative? When it comes to the beef between Kendrick and Drake, LL-Cool-J has steered clear of the sensational gossip. He's been reluctant to weigh in on the wild allegations Kendrick threw at Drake in his diss tracks. However, LL didn't hold back when it came to sharing his views on the lyrical showdown. He made it crystal clear that Kendrick not only outshone Drake but obliterated him lyrically. For LL, the battle wasn't just a matter of opinions, it was a decisive, artistic triumph that showcased Kendrick's dominance in the rap arena.
Let's go right now, Drake or Kendrick?
Well, you talking about the battle?
Yes!
I mean, Kendrick won the battle. I mean, come on. I mean, that's obvious. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Regarding the culture vulture allegations, LL-Cool-J recently fired back at DJ Academics. After Academics had the audacity to label old-school hip-hop heads as dusty, LL-Cool-J didn't let that comment slide. He took the opportunity to set the record straight and defend the legacy and influence of the pioneers who shaped the genre. LL-Cool-J made it clear that dismissing the foundational figures of hip-hop as irrelevant or outdated is both disrespectful and misguided. He emphasized that without the trailblazing work of the early legends, the genre wouldn't be where it is today. LL's response was a powerful reminder of the respect and appreciation due to the architects of hip-hop. A DJ basically said that a lot of the pioneers in hip-hop, they're dusty, or how can they be the person that invented hip-hop if they don't have a lot of money, or if they don't represent like they have a lot of dough? Let me explain something to you, don't think just because somebody knows how to get money or fails to get money that they didn't make a contribution to the culture. LL went on to say that no one discusses Miles Davis's bank account or John Coltrane's bank account, and he pointed out that a lot of rock and country musicians are considered the greats without their bank accounts being questioned. LL added this idea that you have to have money or else you don't have any value is a bad idea, and it's a misinformed way of looking at the world and the culture. And this is exactly why fans are now saying that Drake is totally off base with the whole GOAT narrative. Sure, he might be the GOAT when it comes to streaming numbers or raking in cash, but when it comes to the true essence of a hip-hop GOAT, most music connoisseurs will tell you Drake doesn't even come close. One fan said, "Please educate these young folks. LL has longevity, he has hip-hop rock and love songs, and he wrote his ish." And someone else added, "You can't be the greatest when you don't write your own words. You're just a mule when you're using somebody else's lyrics. But what's your take on this GOAT debate? Do you agree with LLCoolJ that you can't be GOAT? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get the conversation going. And while you're at it, don't miss our next video. It's packed with even more juicy updates and explosive details. And don't forget to subscribe and like for more updates. Stay tuned for more content and coverage on this ongoing story.